Peace News Around the World, Part 24, November 2022. A peace treaty is signed between the Ethiopian government and the opposition group Tigray People's Liberation Front, ending 2 years of conflict. The new accord was mediated by the 55-member state African Union.
The government of the Philippines and members of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front agreed to a ceasefire in the country's island province of Basilan.
China and the United States decide on multiple agreements that maintain open communication and coordinate efforts toward the prosperity and security of both nations.
The government of Colombia and the National Liberation Army Group resumed talks with the goal of achieving permanent peace.
Ukraine or URAIN signs a peace treaty with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, to strengthen relations with ASEAN member nations.
At a summit held in Luanda, Angola, leaders from Burundi, Rwanda, Congo, and Angola pledge not to support any armed opposition groups as they declare a ceasefire to bring peace to the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo.
December 2022. Children and youth participate in the Peace for All parade held in Mekelle, Ethiopia, to celebrate a ceasefire between the Ethiopian government and the Tigray People's Liberation Front opposition group.
Following a coup the previous year, Sudan's military collaborate with the country's pro-democracy leaders to arrange for citizen-led elections.
Meeting in Poland, officials from Armenia and Hungary agree to fully restore diplomatic relations with the appointment of ambassadors planned for development in areas such as culture and trade.
The government of India signs a peace agreement in Manipur, India, with the opposition group Ziliangrong United Front, who agree to renounce violence and join in the democratic process.
Representatives from the Colombian government and the National Liberation Army Group finalize a successful round of peace talks, with both sides agreeing to provide emergency care for impacted regions.
Communities on both sides of the border between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda overcome their country's political tensions as they join together to help protect endangered mountain gorilla persons in the area.
January 2023. Colombia and Venezuela complete the reopening of their shared border as diplomatic relations between their countries continue to strengthen.
Leaders of China and the Philippines declare their commitment to peacefully resolving territorial disputes regarding the South China Sea, with plans for their countries' foreign ministers to establish a direct communication channel.
February 2023. In advance of the holy month of Ramadan, Israel and Palestine agree to ease tensions, prevent more violence, and work toward a just and lasting peace.
Following a diplomatic truce established in 2022, Spain and Morocco hold their first summit in 8 years to strengthen economic ties.
As part of a renewal of their diplomatic relations, Chad announces that a new embassy is set to open in Israel.
Israel and Sudan agree to normalize their countries' relations and work toward the signing of a formal peace agreement.
Kosovo accepts the terms of a peace agreement with Serbia, as proposed by the European Union.
For the first time in 35 years, the border crossing is opened from Armenia into Turkey to allow passage of humanitarian aid for victims of Turkey's devastating earthquakes.
An agreement is submitted by Armenia to Azerbaijan, seeking a lasting peace between the countries.
Continuing to move forward with normalizing relations, leaders of Colombia and Venezuela sign an agreement to increase trade between their countries.
March 2023. In an effort to initiate peace talks with the armed opposition group Front for Change and Concord, the government of Chad has pardoned and freed 380 of the group's members.
In an initial gesture of goodwill that is hoped will be expanded in the future, Taiwan's or Formosa's government opens up direct flights to 10 additional cities in China, along with resuming charter flights for 13 Chinese cities.
For the first time in 12 years, the President of the Republic of Korea, His Excellency Yoon Suk-yeol, visits Japan's Prime Minister, His Excellency Fumio Kishida, to continue increasing cooperation and understanding between their countries.
With China's mediation assistance, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Iran agreed to renew diplomatic relations and reopen embassies in their respective countries.
During a second round of peace negotiations held in Mexico City, Mexico, the government of Colombia and its armed opposition group, National Liberation Army, take the first steps toward a lasting ceasefire.
Egyptian and Turkish officials meet to launch a path toward re-establishing bilateral relations.
The Armenian Prime Minister, His Excellency Nikol Pashinyan, a Shining World Leadership Award for Peace laureate, announces on Twitter that a peace treaty is forthcoming between Armenia and Azerbaijan.
Our heartfelt thanks to all involved in the peacemaking process. May your tireless efforts be showered with heavenly love and blessings. For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/scrolls.